You are looking at the Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina, the site of the first of TNT's doubleheader with the red-hot Utah Jazz getting ready to face the Charlotte Hornets. The Hornets have been in a tailspin. They've dropped to a record of 31-26 and have fallen to the 6th slot in the East, a half game behind Toronto, 1 game behind Philadelphia, while Utah has been on a roll at 36-20. They are percentage points in front of San Antonio for the division lead, and they are the 2nd seed in the West. Here at home, they have dropped their last 2, 4 of the last 6 as you check out the starting lineups. The officials are Bruce Alexander, Bill Spooner, Terry Durham, Campbell, and Polynice, controlled by the Hornets. His 3rd start of the season. Here is Eldon Campbell.
Campbell steps to the open area.
For the Jazz, it's game 2 of a 3-game road trip that continues in New York. Sunday afternoon, Brian Russell from Karl Malone. Theus. Malone off balance over Mason.
Guards. I'm talking about the 2 starters and Isley off the bench combined 20 for 27 shooting. As Dale Ellis lights it up, and believe me, no one's happier than Paul Silas.
Hornets with a 7-5 lead. Oh, Russell got the step. Sweet. Anthony Mason feeling for Karl Malone. Got away with an extra step there. Stockton open for 3. John Stockton drilling the 3-pointer. Jones gets it back from Campbell. And Campbell stripped. Stockton and Hornacek in the backcourt. Polynice, Malone, and Russell up front. Oh, shot by Hornacek. The Jazz 12, the Hornets 7. Hornacek wide open. Yep. Clock down to 4. Wesley. David Wesley stepping back and hitting over John Stockton. Malone able to keep it alive. Hornacek. Another wild.
What is that?
Jump.
What do you call that? A hook shot, a jump shot, a jump hook shot?
I'd say a jump hook on the run.
On the run.
Game is tied at 18. The rejection by Polynice.
Hornacek turned him right into the big man who's there to reject the shot.
Isley.
Malone scored. They got in foul trouble, and the perimeter guys all made shots.
Eddie Jones. The rookie Quincy Lewis with a bad pass. Jones from downtown.
So there's a 5-point swing.
So the Hornets, led by their backcourt of David Wesley with 10, Eddie Jones with 9, and after 1, here at the Hive, it's the Hornets by 6. And Horn pushes it. Gilliam. Armin Gilliam has been a tremendous pickup for this club.
But it don't rank as high as people think it do. I think what rank hired me is giving it an effort every night and looking at myself and say, you know what, did I give it all or I gave it all? And that's what's important to me.
So that is a pretty impressive list. With
by Charlotte, something they've gone through the last 2 games with the 2nd unit on the floor, with the young guys.
Brown is 2nd. Isley lost it. Beautiful play. Baron Davis, who had just checked in, does it off the steal.
Well, with Davis, the backing off it.
The Hornet lead is now 4. John Stockton was wide open.
The outside to the perimeter. He's got 5 perimeter guys facing.
Stockton, yes. We're at the Hive in Charlotte. Here's Hornacek. Yep. Baron Davis for 3. Baron Davis gets it back out. Anthony Mason. That's his first.
Because he's so young.
Ostertag rejected. Ostertag keeping it alive. Nice job by Ostertag, and then Malone punched it home. At the half, Hornets have a 2-point lead. In a moment, Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and the glove, Gary Payton in the studio. With 8 John Stockton, 7 points, just 2 assists. Karl Malone had 4 assists. Hornacek whipping by Ellis. Hornacek playing catch with himself off glass. Stockton rejected and then able to hit on the recovery. A lob from Malone who beat Mason. Never saw it.
One of the things that we felt very strongly about in playing against Utah, you cannot front Karl Malone. They raise up too well on the weak side, take away that help defense. He does too good a job of holding his player, and then Stockton, the great pinpoint pass.
Ryan, last time down court. Malone, nowhere to go, but is able to hit.
Charlotte has to get a score, or it'll be a quick timeout by Paul Silas.
Hornacek reaching in. Hornacek with the steal. Stockton chased by Mason. Campbell. Eldon Campbell back in the third. Campbell. Colline's got a piece of it. Stockton for 3. John Stockton. Wesley. Nice lead for Jones. Eddie Jones after 3. It's Utah 64 and Charlotte 60. We'll be back to the Hive in a moment. Campbell, it counts, and the foul. Mason. Shot clock at 5. Davis for 3. Yes.
Well, it's simple to me. I think you just get 3-point shots for Baron Davis at the top of the circle. He makes every one.
By Jones, who leads the NBA in steals, averaging just under 3 per game. Davis for 3. Yes!
He gave a little yell on that one, and he got excited himself on that one.
Jones for Robinson. It's been the combination of Eddie Robinson, Baron Davis. The youngsters on the Hornets providing a spark. The Hornets by 6. Utah will talk it over. Over the last 8 minutes and 54 seconds, good defense by Robinson. Beautifully done, the pick and roll. It counts, and the foul. Lake City, convincingly. Paulinese. Over Paulinese for the remaining of the 4th. Stockton beat Baron Davis off the dribble. 15 points, 5 assists for John Stockton. Off the turnover, Stockton. Malone on the follow, and Utah has taken a 2-point lead. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining of the 4th. Eddie Jones putting the move on Olden Paulinese. Shot clock at 5. Stockton. Yes. Utah recaptures the lead, up by 2. Staying with the other rookie, though, Eddie Robinson. Here's Jones. Eddie Jones. Hornets with 22. Jones working on Hornacek. And hits again. Stockton using the pick. Got the step. Sets it up for Paulinese. And the game is tied at 80. And this crowd here in Charlotte reacting. Stockton again. John Stockton with 20 points. So that cost the possession. Utah with the ball and a 2-point lead. 1 minute remaining in the 4th. Malone sets up high. Hornacek from downtown. Jeff Hornacek drills the 3. And Utah extends to an 87-82 lead. The Hornets take a timeout. Jeff Hornacek hitting from beyond the 3-point line. A 7-0 run for the Jazz. We'll be right back. Jones taking it to the hoop to cut it. To 1 1/10 seconds to go, and that's it. The Utah Jazz winning in Charlotte. You hear the reaction from the crowd, not pleased with those 2 offensive foul calls down the stretch. So Utah now 37-20. They've won 10 of the last 12. The Hornets dropped to 31-27. They have Reggie.
All right, Marv, thanks a lot, John. This is a big win for you guys on the road. You're just barely ahead in the Midwest Division. You guys were at a skid for a while, but really started getting it back recently.
Well, it's been a little bit better. I think we've been more consistent throughout the 48 minutes of the game, and that gives us a chance at the end where before it was kind of helter-skelter.
Jerry Sloan said that this team had problems with finishing games. I never thought I'd hear a Utah Jazz team with John Stockton and Karl Malone on the floor having problems finishing at the end.
Well, I think everybody gets in little ruts from time to time. We sure couldn't figure out what we were doing. We were a little snake bit. The ball would just slip out of our hands for baskets. Those things happen, but again, that's behind us, and we're trying to get it all regrouped right here on the road.
Now, you were 5 of 9 tonight in the fourth quarter, always big. Still, these young guys live to go against John Stockton. How do you handle that, knowing guys are getting fired up just to play you?
Well, thankfully, I have good teammates that pass the ball, and they cut off of each other and set screens, because basically we get out-athleted every night, and if we don't use our heads a little bit, we're in for long evenings.
You're still the best at making it happen. Let's go back to Marv and Mike.
Thank you, Reggie. Very specifically mentioning the Czar. I think you have intimidated Mr. Theus. John Stockton with a magnificent all-around performance. 22 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Karl Malone started slowly, then came on. 19 points, 13 rebounds. Eddie Jones led the way for Charlotte with 31, including the last 13 points for the Hornets. So, the Utah Jazz able to pull it out down the stretch. They do it 89-87 for Reggie and Mike. Marv Albert saying goodnight from Charlotte. Coming up next, the Pacers and the Lakers from L.A.